Hey yo guys, it's Nadrip here. I'm here with a new episode, but before I start, I just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone who's been supporting me since the beginning. I really appreciate all your support, guys, and it means the world to me. Alright, let's get started. So in today's episode, I want to talk about patience. Now I know that sounds very, very broad, like most of these topics are, but let me get very specific. I know a lot of people my age are in a point in their lives where they think they're behind. They think they're hitting about 20 to 29, 22, and we're feeling a bit behind if we're not in uni or if we don't have a job. We're feeling like we need to catch up, as if we missed out on something. And in this world of like Instagram and social media, we really are led to believe that we are meant to achieve so much by 20, 22, 25. We're made to believe that we're meant to figure out life. You know, these are the times where you have to figure your shit out. That's what everyone makes us believe. But it's not true. And Jordan has taught me this, and it's also been reiterated by Gary Vaynerchuk. But if you're between the ages of 18 to 30, you're ridiculously young. Like, I'm ridiculously young. We are ridiculously young. You know, like, for example, my mentor Jordan, he's 34. I'm 20. I'm 14 years younger than him. I could like ruin my life for the next 5 years and do absolutely nothing to work on myself for the next 5 years, and I would still have about 9 more years before I'm his age. Come on, guys, that is ridiculous. So if you're feeling really, really, really stressed and you think that you're meant to have everything figured out at this age, that's how I felt in the beginning. You know, I felt like, oh, I'm 20. I was 18 when I started doing everything. I'm 18. I gotta get rich. I gotta make it in life before I'm 23. I gotta make it in life before I'm 22. Before I'm 25, and now I'm 20. I'm like, ooh, yeah, I was really gullible and silly at 18. Wasn't gonna have anything figured out. Now I'm at 20, and I'm starting to think, because of Jordan, 5 years, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years in the future. Just in the next 10 years, 10 to 15 years even. I know, guys, this is huge. In the next 10 to 15 years, if I can start to figure my shit out, then I will be somewhere that I'm comfortable, hopefully, if everything goes to plan, by 30 to 35, you know? Instead of thinking, hey guys, I want to do it in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, like, things don't get done that quickly. If you want to start a business, you're not going to start a successful business in 3 years, in 2 years. It's going to take 5 to 7, you know? So if we stop putting all this pressure on ourselves to feel like we need to make something of ourselves at such a young age and live really high risk and try a bunch of things and experiment, and if we lose money and we learn lessons, great. And if we don't make it by 27, that's fine. You know, we have so much time to go high risk. We don't have children. Most of us don't have children. Most of us don't have mortgages. We're still really, really young. So this is the time, instead of trying to go conservative and go to uni and get married, have kids, get a mortgage, rather than trying to go really, really down that route and get ourselves locked into a job, why don't we go high risk? You know? Go experiment, go learn about things, new industries, your passions, go look into them. These are the times where we live in our parents' house, we don't pay much rent, we don't, like, if you support your family, yeah, but a lot of us don't actually have to contribute too much to our families. They you know, they have money for themselves. This is a time where we don't have anyone reliant on us, we don't have many bills, not many fees, we can live high risk, you know, and if we don't have anything from now till 25, if I don't make any money whatsoever from now till 28, 25, 25, 26, I can still sort my life out. I have time, right? So think about it this way. I'll give you like one last example before I finish off, guys. And the whole lesson behind this is, do not feel stressed. Don't feel like you're behind in anything, man. We're young as hell. We have time for days. We have a long time, all right? So imagine this. Average lifespan in Australia is like 83 years of it. 83 years old. And I know anyone can die at any time. But let's say the average lifespan is 83 years old. We're in our 20s. You know? We could have another 20 years go by. And we'd still have another 40 years before we're 80. Really listen to that. Your life could double and double again before you even reach the average lifespan. So guys, don't feel like you need to have anything figured out. Take your time with it. Be patient. Work on yourself. Don't think that there's any, requirements by this age to have this and that. No, everyone's on their own journey. You don't have to be married by a certain age. You don't have to have kids by a certain age. You don't have to be making a certain money by a certain age. You just do everything by you. And if you feel like you're developing and becoming a better version of yourself every day, then, man, you're doing it right, bro. Alright, guys, this is really, really deep. This is how you get that pressure off your back to make yourself feel better. And on top of that, when you put all this burden and this stress upon yourself, it's not good for your academics. It's not good for your mental health. Even if you're trying to sell something, right? So just say you start a business, right? Let's say you start a business. And you put all this stress on yourself to reach these financial goals by this age. The desperation is going to come across in your sales pitches, all these things. But if you relax and you have your plans long term, if you plan to do something in 7 to 8 years, it's going to happen faster, man. It's going to happen in about 4. But if you plan to do things in 2 years, it's going to happen in about 6. So always plan long term and try to execute everything one step at a time, guys. We've got time. Let's take it easy. Have a good day.